Ladies and gentlemen, we out here punching with dragon spirits again. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, I'm the fanatic of Team Forbidden's YouTube page. New set. We finally have the rest of the 10U stuff. Let's get it. Let's get into it. Alright, first up. New card. 10U Spirit Ashina. This is the one, if you guys remember from the last 10U deck profile, this is 10U 2.0. This is the one that I said this deck was sorely missing. And, God, it feels so good to have this card. So, quick rundown for those who don't remember from the last one. All the 10U monsters can special summon themselves from the hand once per turn if you don't control a effect monster. Same thing with this one. They also have an additional effect from the graveyard. This one, if he's in the graveyard, you can banish him, summon any other 10U from your deck. It's a Hero Lives for 10U. It's so good. And then we have 3 Bashuda. You remember this guy. If you control a non-effect monster... Oh, yeah, you have to control a non-effect monster. I feel like it's obvious. It's 10Us. It's how they roll. Bashuda bounces any card at Hara, returns a banished 10U to hand, and it's also your level 1 tuner. Sthana. And these are the only ones I'm running 3 of. This is the one that revives a 10U, or a non-effect monster, excuse me, and then pops a card the opponent has. Non-targeting, I believe, yes, non-targeting destruction. It's destruction, but it's non-targeting. So if they're immune to targeting, Hand Trap, Nahata, reduces monster battling a non-effect monster by 1,500 points. And Mapura. This is one that a lot of people are cutting down to 1 I've seen in other deck profiles. I mean, I can kind of understand because most people aren't targeting, non-effect monsters. Strikers who are still somehow alive. But yeah, you'll sometimes have that point where they try to mind control you. This is no. No. You don't get to take my shit today, sir. However, we have a Paternal Seahorse. We have a Big Daddy. He summons other tokens 3 times per turn. This deck has a major problem with Nibiru. This doesn't really solve it. I'm still working on that, but it's you kind of need the Mirrors. He's like the best worm extender in the game. If this goes off and they don't have Nibiru, you basically win. If you don't win, my God, how did you screw that up? Hand traps, same as last time. 3 Ash, 3 Veiler, and if you're wondering where are the hollows, I specifically made this deck all commons and rares. You're welcome. Sorry for the eyesores for any of you who want everything blinged out. I mean, you can bling it out, but all of these guys are rares. There's no hollow equivalent of any of these cards, aside from the hand traps. There's no hollow equivalent of any of these.
That's our highest rarity already.
Yep, these are the highest rarity. Into the spells. Running 3 of the field spell this time. I figured it was a little more necessary. It's kind of like a Max C from the deck. Oh, you're going to special summon a monster while I control a non-effect monster? Cool, my non-effect monsters are unaffected. Oh, and you're going to special summon a monster? Okay, I draw 2.
Once per turn.
Yes, once per turn, I know. Shut up. Whose profile is this?
Could be both of those.
True, you did help me get these.
Everything.
This man is literally the reason this deck exists.
You're welcome.
So, 3 of this thing. Vessel for the Dragon Cycle. It's the Dragon Shrine / Searcher for the deck. You have to control you send a War monster from your deck to the graveyard, and then if you control a face-up non-effect monster, you can add any 10U monster with a different name from monsters sent to the graveyard to your hand. 3 Pot of Desires. Yeah, I know. Pot of Desires. You need the extra. You need the extra draw power, and you run 3 of pretty much everything except the 2.
Just wait until you draw 2 desires from 1 desires.
Shut up. I don't have... the reason I have the 3 desires in here is I need a little bit more consistency, and I don't have any extra called by the graves right now, so I'm running 3 because I can. 1 Goats. I prefer this over the Phantom Skyblaster because it can be used defensively. Yes, tokens are normal monsters, so summon 4 Goats. Alright, my turn. Link climb. Dead. 1 Terraform and Search Field spell. 1 Monster Reborn because we have nice things. Again, 1 Foolish Burial, and I'm only running 3 traps. 3 Waking the Dragon / Solemn Judgment. And I feel like it's the only trap you can run. You could run Waterfall of Dragon Souls, but I feel like Waterfall's a little too slow.
Is the whole deck just literally commons and rares?
Yeah, the whole deck is literally commons and rares. And when I get everything else, when I get the hollows from my dual Devastators, which I need to pick up hopefully tomorrow, I'll put those in here. The common ones. The extra deck, unfortunately, is not everything in common.
It's shiny as fuck.
Well, not as hell, but majority of it's like half and half. First one, you see this mat.
You see this card.
This is a non-effect monster. What is my name? Y'all know what I'm about. Second, these guys. Hashtag unban Danglong, please. I miss him. I miss him so much. Let me run pure Yang Zings again. I just want to run them so bad. But this should probably be an Omega. I'm just going to come out and say their Omega is currently in my another spoopy deck that I think we recorded it. I don't know if it's going to be uploaded or not, but we have a extra special spoopy surprise coming up on the channel on Halloween. And new 10 Synchro. This guy is awesome. This guy is literally awesome. So basically, whenever a monster effect activates, you just banish it. Once per turn, but you just banish it. Oh, and then whenever he destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, an effect monster, by the way. It gains attack equal to the destroyed monster's original attack, and it can attack again on another monster. But this thing is great. This thing is so good. And like, this thing is so hard to make. I mean, you just open up these guys and you're either doing Abaxia, bouncing away two of your opponent's cards, and then just going off from there, or you make this guy and just beat them to death. Giant Beat Stick. Speaking of Giant Beat Sticks, you can probably get away with only running 1, but I like having the option of having 2, because he's kind of like your big boss. One of the other new guy, this guy is highly underrated. I'm only running the 1 right now because I don't really have the room. But he's 2+ monsters, including a Link monster, same as this one. It can't be destroyed by battle with an effect monsters. Very important that he can't be destroyed by battle. He can be destroyed by everything else. But also, if they have, if you control no other effect monsters, you can destroy every single effect monster your opponent has, or at least a number equal to the number of non-effect monsters you have on your field and in the graveyard. Yeah, so, but let's see, I don't know, it's 10 Ys. How many of these things are non-effect monsters? You just link climb through all of these and you're popping 3 of your opponent's monsters. That's non-targeting, by the way, as well. Just like that other card. Only 2 Shaman this time. For those who haven't noticed, yes, Draco Masters is Shaman plus Monk. Shaman is basically your main play extender. It's how you get Marimare back from the graveyard. And yeah, it's your easiest Link 2 that you go into. In fact, it's probably the only Link 2 you go into aside from Lanny Boy here. And then you need 3 of this guy. You literally run no less than 3. Because you need him. He is your main Link play. Again, we have the Lan, and then we have the Spider, and the Linkery Bow. No side deck as of yet for this one. I'm still trying to work out the kinks, figuring out if I want to make this into something I use to tournaments. I probably will. This is a really fun deck to play, I'll be 100% honest. If I can find a way to, counter to that Nibiru, maybe this guy, I think. Eric, quick question. If this guy banishes Nibiru in the hand, does the effect just fizzle?
He doesn't negate. That's the only issue with it. He only banishes the card.
So would Nibiru still tribute all my monsters then?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know if it'll still be summoned after that point.
Well, it can't because it's banished.
So effect doesn't say summon regardless of having artifacts that would go off with it not in hand, stated on the card.
But it summons itself from the hand.
Yeah. So if it's not in hand, it will go off.
It fails.
Comments down below, let us know what the answer is.
Please and thank you. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell down below for notifications. Also, just in case you're wondering, yes, there is a new Blue Eyes deck profile coming to the channel soon. Very soon. Just needs a little bit more testing. And to that one guy who's always asking for Felgrand, I'm working on it, okay?
It takes time to figure it out.
Well, especially because half the time, why would I run Felgren when I can just run Blue Eyes? So anyways, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell down below for notifications, and we will catch you guys later.